Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Laney, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
What's going on?
Before we get started again, just want to remind everyone we are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, every social media aspect out there, platform. So please go follow and subscribe, like our stuff. Let's get into it. NBA starts on Tuesday. Excited for that, which is tomorrow by the time we're recording this. So I got to give our predictions out there for the awards before, someone breaks out, and we got to put that out there. So let's dive in. MVP, you wanted me to start with this one. So I think it's going to be Kevin Durant.
Okay.
I really think Kevin's going to come back 100% this preseason. He's been looking healthy. And, I mean, before he tore his Achilles and all of that, people were debating if he was the best player in the league. And I think now on a new team where he wants to prove he can be, I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, as long as he comes back healthy, that's the big kicker with him. Everything I'm hearing, and I mean I have no fucking sources, but
our inside sources.
Woo! Twitter,
ESPN.
Yeah, literally. But everybody's saying he's looking good. I know his teammates like Spencer Dinwiddie came out and he's like, yeah, he's back. So yeah, it's Kevin Durant. I like the pick. Has a clear shot. I'm going Anthony Davis.
Really?
Anthony Davis. I think LeBron in his old age. And I say old, he's still,
For basketball age, he's getting up there.
Yeah. So I think LeBron is actually going to start, and we've already started to see this last year. He's just going to defer to other people. He's trying to extend the longevity of his career. He's the best facilitator in the league.
You know who he's becoming?
Magic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. There's no problem with that, because then he can just be LeBron James in the finals.
Yeah, that's what they need. And I think Anthony Davis, he's going to defer to Anthony Davis. He's going to be like, you know what? Do your thing. You're in your prime. Go get it. Good luck, everybody else. And it's like, as a number two, LeBron James is probably the best option in the league. I don't know. I honestly think the Lakers repeat. I think they got better. And I think Anthony Davis gets MVP.
See, I think that's the thing with Kevin Durant, because it is definitely an individual award. Clearly, that's how it's given out.
You do need a good team, though.
You need a good team and you need a good record. You would have to be putting up dummy stats if you're on a bad team to be even included in this conversation. So I think with Kevin Durant, if the Nets don't implode on themselves, which
they won't, they were smart to have the chemistry last year without Kyrie and KD. They made the playoffs.
My big concern about this team is just Kyrie. That really is from a self-imploding standpoint, but if Kyrie can be the number two and Kevin Durant will be number one, not even from just a on-the-court kind of situation, but from a leadership, which I think Kevin Durant will be. Because at this point in his career, he has to prove, I'm the man, I can pull a LeBron James kind of stance, you know what I mean?
I think it's finals or bust with the Nets.
Oh, yeah, when you have that much talent.
Yeah.
And potentially James Harden. I don't think that'll happen, but
I don't know.
But yeah, I got Kevin Durant, you got Anthony Davis. Defensive Player of the Year, I have Anthony Davis, actually.
That's fair.
I would say
he's just going to be such a beast.
I do too. I think he, like you said, he's still in his prime. It's a big man award. As much as I wanted to say Marcus Smart, he just won't be included in that.
I wanted to so bad. But looking at his numbers, he does not get enough blocks.
No, and that's really, even though Marcus Smart is on ball, one of the best defenders, and he's a first All-NBA
in my opinion,
team.
He's the best defensive player in the league.
But when you look at the award, it's now a big man award. It needs to have blocks, that kind of stuff, which Anthony Davis has, and I think he's only going to get better. I don't see Giannis repeating this just because I think people got a little overhyped with it last year, maybe, with Giannis. I mean, don't get me wrong, he deserved it, but I think Anthony Davis is going to step up his game. Giannis, I feel like defensively is going to kind of stay stagnant, which isn't bad.
I mean, stagnant when you're already at the top.
Well, yeah, stagnant, yes.
Yeah. Excuse me. The problem with these awards is it's like there's so little players in the NBA that you get like the same 5 to 8 people competing for the same awards every year because they're the best at their craft and there's nobody else who, you know what I mean? And for that reason, I'm doing Rudy Gobert. Averaged 0.8 steals last year, 2 blocks a game, and that was a down year for him, and he was still in the running. I think he goes right back up. Just got the Supermax too. Jazz are slowly looking better. Donovan Mitchell's the real deal. And yeah, I just think Rudy Gobert, like I said, in his prime, yeah. I could see him getting 2.5 blocks a game. I mean, that's a big jump. 2.5 blocks a game, still average a steal. he's just so good defensively.
He was up there for me for this. I
Yeah.
just think Anthony Davis, like you said, overall is going to take a bigger role for the Lakers. So I just see him taking more of that defensive leadership.
That's Anthony. People don't realize that's going to be Anthony Davis's team.
Oh, exactly. So that's the thing. He's going to become the man, which I mean, I know it's LeBron's team, but like it's going to be Anthony Davis's.
It'll be LeBron's team come playoffs.
Once it's the finals, and once it's like, oh, I need that finals MVP.
Yeah,
it's LeBron's team.
Oh wow, the Jets I've been saving all year. Here it is. Like literally, dude's gonna be great.
Yeah,
most improved.
Most improved. I'm going Clint Capella.
I don't hate it.
I don't think he's even really in anyone's eye for this because he's already a solid player. But I think he's going to work better with Trae Young, which it was kind of proven last year. He was traded mid-season, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
he was like traded
right at the trade deadline.
So, and I know basketball, it's like he needed to learn the new offense, but basketball is a little similar. But now that he's going to have a full season with Trae Young, who shares the ball a lot more, where James Harden was much more ISO and all this, and he was with two big ISO guys in Russell Westbrook and James Harden.
He was just setting screens all day.
Exactly. So now I feel like he's going to be more involved in the offense rather than just setting screens with Trae Young, who he's a great scorer, but he's also a great playmaker. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So I think he's going to get a bigger role in the offense.
I like that. I'm going with Al Horford, actually. He's never won the award. Had an awful year in Philly, and I don't necessarily blame him. I think that was just a failed experiment. I don't hate the idea that what Philly was trying to do. They were just trying to be the biggest team in the league. But, I mean, when you have a 6'11" point guard in Ben Simmons.
If you can't shoot the three in today's game, you need someone.
That's the thing. They did not spread the floor at all. Like, Al Horford isn't a bad three-point shooter, but he's not a good one either.
Why was he one of their top options at the three-point line?
That's the problem.
Embiid and then Horford.
Brett Brown.
That's reverse. That's not how it should work.
Brett Brown does not know how to build a team. I'm glad they got him out of there. Well, I'm a Celtics fan. I'm not thrilled, but for basketball, from a basketball standpoint, they made the right decision. And yeah, Al Horford only had like 11.9. Hold on, I think it was he averaged 12 points with the Sixers, but he was at like 14 with the Celtics.
I also see him taking more of that leadership role on with the Thunder because kind of what Chris Paul did.
That's another thing. He's the oldest guy there. Same thing as Chris Paul. Like it's gonna be him and Shea Gilgeous Alexander, whatever that.
Yeah, names are hard, huh?
He is, dude. You know the guy I'm talking about. But yeah, I just think his efficiency. I think everything goes back to Al Horford numbers next year because everything was down last year. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, rebounds, assists, everything.
I'm liking Clint a little more just because I think he's gonna get more involved.
I
could see a bigger jump for him. Where Al, we've kind of seen it.
Well, Al, who else is going to score on that team on the Thunder? You know what I mean? Like the Thunder are not built to win now. They're built to win 2 years from now.
Yeah,
2 years from
their
now.
37 picks.
They're
literally going to have
good.
They're literally going to have all 60 picks in the draft soon.
Honestly, they have so much draft capital that they could basically go, okay, what players do we want? Because we have the assets to go get them.
Exactly.
So if they play their cards right, they're going to be really good.
Yeah.
But this year, I think Al Horford gets the award.
Rookie of the Year, guy I'm super excited to watch. He actually didn't get to play in the preseason because he's day-to-day. He was on the COVID list. I don't think he had COVID, but he was on that COVID list. James Wiseman. I think this dude is going to be an absolute beast. He's not your typical big man in today's game because he can't really shoot threes, so he doesn't spread the floor, and he's not a great passer. But I think he's just going to be so dominant in the paint. There aren't many guys like that in the league anymore.
Just crazy efficiency.
And I think him and Steph are going to go well together because he has someone that can spread the floor, which Steph Curry is. He invented that basically, or reinvented it in today's game. So I think James Wiseman's going to get a lot of opportunity. Plus, he's going to get a lot of playing time because he's going to be their best big man. When was the last time Golden State had a big man as good as this?
Andrew Bogut. I mean, not prime Andrew Bogut. They had maybe for a year.
But that's what I'm getting at. I think James Wiseman fits in perfectly for this.
I think it would have been a lot better if Klay was playing this year.
Oh, that clearly would have helped.
Because I like your point with Steph Curry to spread the floor. When you have Klay and Steph, it just draws everything way further out.
I think he would have ran away with it if Klay was still playing.
I don't know, ran away. I actually don't think he's going to get it. The only reason I say that is because I think Opie Toppin, where did he come out of? I forget what school.
I don't remember.
But he was drafted by like 7th or 9th to the Knicks. But he was actually the Collegiate Player of the Year award recipient last year in college. He shot like 65% efficiency from the field, which is like third highest all time among anybody who's won that award. I think he's ahead of or behind. He's behind like Bill Walton or something.
He was behind Bill Walton and I'm trying to remember the second guy.
I know he was ahead of
Zion.
Zion was the other one. I know he was ahead of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is nothing.
He's pretty good at the basketball.
He knows what he's doing. But yeah, he was just so efficient in college, and the fact that he fell to the Knicks, I think, was the perfect landing spot for him. Kid's out of New York. The Knicks didn't screw up this offseason, which was like the one thing you can ask for. They didn't just make stupid fucking signings and like blow their draft capital. They actually were like, okay, let's start with this team. They're young. They're only going to get younger with upcoming picks. Like the team is slowly going in the right direction, and I think Opie Toppin is just like the best all-around player coming out of the draft, and he's going to get the most opportunity. So I think I could see him getting like 15, 16 points a game, 7, 8 rebounds. He's a decent passer too, maybe 4 or 5 assists, but like good numbers for a rookie, I think.
I just love the big man. I've always loved big men. Wilt Chamberlain.
You've been high on James Wiseman all year.
I also just love big man. Wilt Chamberlain's my favorite player of all time. I love those kind of players. So
yeah,
sixth man of the year. I'm going with Bol Bol. He's looking real good, and I don't know if he's actually going to be in that starting lineup because there's just so many. We've talked about the Nuggets have so much talent. They have Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Jokic. I can't think of anyone else.
Will Barnes a really good role player for them.
So I just don't see
Harris.
him. I just don't see him being in the starting lineup, especially since he didn't get to play a lot last year. He showed up for the bubble. That's about it.
Yeah.
But he looked good in the bubble, and he's been looking good this offseason. So I think Bol Bol has a great chance of getting sixth man of the year here.
I like Bol Bol, especially because rumor has it he's starting to get a 3.
He's already had a decent 3.
But like
nothing crazy.
But that's what I mean. Like rumor has it he's getting like relatively efficient with it, which is how the fuck do you guard that guy at the perimeter? Who do you send out there? Andre Drummond?
I was gonna say Giannis.
Like but
Taco?
Literally. Especially if he starts raining threes, good luck everybody else. Sixth man of the year, I have Spencer Dinwiddie. He averaged 20 hold on. Got those stats too. He averaged 20.6 a game last year, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. His player efficiency was at like 12.1. Dude killed it last year, but he was a starter. With Kyrie in, I think Spencer Dinwiddie, he said it himself. He wants to do kind of like a, who did he say? What kind of role? It was, he knows he's going to be sixth man. He knows he's going to be coming off the bench. I think he might have said Lou Williams, but he wants to do like a little bit of everything kind of role. Like play, if he needs to play small forward to point guard pretty much.
Yeah.
He's going to get a lot of opportunity to go a lot of different places. He's a good defender, great facilitator. They're going to use him quite a bit, especially if Kyrie's having like an off night or something. And I just think the talent, he's going to be up there. He's an easy, natural scorer, just keeps the ball going. Like he's my guy for sixth man of the year.
I like it. Coach of the year. I'm going with Stan Van Gundy.
I don't hate it.
Because the I'm glad you don't hate any of my picks. That's wonderful. But Pelicans, I don't think people are expecting a lot of them because they have a lot of young talent. Zion is their longest tenured player.
I would watch out for the Pelicans.
But that's the thing. So I think they have a lot of talent. Brandon Ingram's looking real good. Zion's going to get a full year. I think he's going to be a beast. Steven Adams, that's huge. He's a top center in the league.
That signing, I don't think enough people are talking about Steven Adams.
Who's going to get the rebounds? Like, you got Zion and Steven Adams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I see them getting a bunch of second chance opportunities there. Scoring opportunities. So I see that happening a lot. And I think he's just the right coach to put this team together. And I don't think they're going to make a huge push to the finals or anything, but I think this will be a legitimate team. They're going to make a big jump this year.
They're going to be like the 5th or 4th seed in the West. Like, they're going to be up there.
The 5th. I got to look at all the teams, but yeah. They're not going to be fighting for one, but they'll be in the playoffs for sure.
They could. If you told me they were going to be fighting, like if somebody was like, yeah, no, they could be like the 1 or 2 seed this year, I wouldn't think it's that crazy. I'd tell them no way.
Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets.
That team is deep, and
I wouldn't put them up that high. Coach of the year, if they did that, that's the coach of the year.
Oh, easy.
Without a doubt.
Easy. But I think Zion's going to make a much bigger jump than people realize. He played 25 games last year, and his efficiency was nuts. Even when he came back, he said he was timid because of his injury, and he didn't want to screw things up, and he's still a fucking kid. Yeah, even when he openly admitted to saying doing that, he still averaged 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5-6 assists, and on top of that, 2 steals, 2 blocks.
I love Zion because one, he's a freak in nature, and he's not the typical big man that I really like, but he's not one of these guys that's going to drain 3. He's going to just outmuscle you and show you who's boss, and I love Zion.
You say that, but his second game ever was 5 threes in a row. You remember that?
Yes, actually. It wasn't 5, but I remember
it was something stupid, and I'm like,
but that's not even his game. That's what I love about Zion. He's just, he's different.
He's different. He's a breath of fresh air. He is. No, but I honestly think Zion's going to be competing for MVP. I think he's going to be in that conversation. I think I really like that Stanford.
Show me more Zion, baby.
Literally. Coach of the year, Doc Rivers.
Ooh, good pick.
I like Doc Rivers.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I gotta find something else. But Doc Rivers, I like him on the 76ers. Like I said, Brett Brown's a fucking idiot. I'm glad he's gone. But Doc on that team, I think he's gonna bring a whole new aspect to everything. Especially they have more people to spread the floor. Al Horford's gone. You're done with this random big man, whatever. And this is their last go with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Otherwise, if nothing happens this year, they're going to blow it up. Let's be honest.
I think Doc Rivers is also a good fit for that team because
it's a really good fit.
He handles egos very well, and Embiid and Simmons have big ones, and there's rumors they were butting heads, so Doc can handle that kind of stuff. Look at the 08 Celtics. Look at the amount of egos on that team. If he can handle that, this is going to be a walk in the park for
honestly.
him.
And Doc is just proven, there's no, it's not like he hasn't done something like this before. I mean, look at the 08 Celtics. He's done, he's the right man for the job. And I actually think the 76ers, at least in the East, they might even be the 3 seed.
They're going to be a top team in the East.
It's going to be the Nets, Celtics, or Sixers, I think. And it's going to go any order for those 3. I mean, I think the Nets get to the finals, but that's actually... Sorry, I excluded the Bucks. That's going to be... we actually start to have... I think this year we're going to have a decent amount of competition for those probably top 4 teams in the East. So, but I think Doc Rivers could get it.